If we were to have a regular face-to-face lab, this is one of the first items I would have you take a look at. This is an old display of the evolution of the human jaw joint, the mammalian jaw joint, really. And even though it's a very old display in the kind of poster-like format, it still is very useful. So we're going to take a little closer look at it here. So right in the middle here, we've got a model of a human skull, and there's a monkey skull here. But let's start down here at the bottom, where we've got a fish, a fossil fish from the Devonian. And when you look at this, you see that there's a whole bunch of bones, a lot of different bones in the lower jaw. The MX there stands for maxilla. But as evolution progresses down through time, we go up here and we're looking at an amphibian from the lower Carboniferous. You see that there's loss of bones or consolidation of bones, and there's movement of bones out of the jaw and into the skull. And so this is an amphibian, like I said, from the lower Carboniferous. And I'm going to, you see this reptilian here, and there's even fewer bones in the lower jaw. And then we go, this is in the Permo-Carboniferous boundary. Now we get into the first mammal-like reptiles, and now there are 3 bones in the lower jaw. And these are other mammal-like reptiles, which we will be dealing with in some upcoming lectures. I won't talk too much about them, except the one on the right here is the cynodont. They are the most advanced of the mammal-like reptiles, or they're hardly even reptiles at this stage. We'll talk more about them in the weeks to come, but you'll see that there's only a few bones in the lower jaw here. And then we come down to the marsupials, and lo and behold, there's only 1 bone in the lower jaw, the dentary. And notice in the skull you see a bone called SQ, the squamosal. And come down to mammals proper, and there you see the dentary DN, squamosal joint. The squamosal is the back part of the zygomatic arch. The front part is the jugal bone. So that is a class, and here you see it again in this skull of an anthropoid, a chimpanzee. Okay, so this is the classic characteristic of mammals, the dentary squamosal joint. There's only 1 bone in the lower jaw of mammals, and you see the same here in a model of a human skull, the dentary squamosal joint. You see the squamosal has expanded here to fill in half the side of the skull. Okay, so that is one important characteristic of mammals that you need to know.